Where are you spiritually in your life right now? What is your relationship with God like right now in this moment? For many of us as children of God, as godly men and women, sometimes we find ourselves in a cave. Sometimes a spiritual cave of darkness where we question everything about life. Where are you, God? Why do you not show up? Why are you not there? I've been trying to be faithful to you, and I end up in this cave, and I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if my faith is strong enough. Okay, you are not alone. You are not alone in this. Many of us sit in our spiritual caves of darkness and we question God and we want to ask God and we look at our lives, but God is still there. My marriage is not what I want it to be. I'm failing as a parent. My children are not doing what I would want them to do. My job has me go in so many different directions and it's not a godly environment. And God, I just don't have the strength to go on. I just don't know if it's worth it. God is always there. God will never leave you. He will never forsake you. He is here right now in this moment. Whatever moment you're going through, He's here. And He comes to Elijah in 1 Kings 19. Elijah is no different than us. He says, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" "Well, I've been very zealous for you, God." And the Israelites, they've rejected everything about you. And I am the only one left. If you feel like you're the only one in your marriage trying to make it work, God's still there trying to help you make it work. If you think you're failing as a parent, God is there to help you as a parent. God is there with you at your job. God is with you when you deal with your enemies. He's with you the whole time. We have to recognize that. God came to Elijah, just like God is going to come to you. We expect Him to come in big ways. We want something miraculous to happen. Like one day we're just going to wake up and we're fixing to have perfection, that everything's fixing to be better. But God says, "Elijah, go stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." And there was a great wind that came and tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord. The Lord wasn't in the wind. And in the wind there was an earthquake. The Lord wasn't in the earthquake. And after the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord wasn't in the fire. And there was a gentle whisper. And Elijah knew that he was in the presence of God. I don't know what is going to bring you in the presence of God. I don't know what's going to happen in your life that's going to bring you in the presence of God. But it may not be anything big. It may just be a cup of coffee and spending time in His words. It may be a friend that gives you a phone call and says, "What's up? What's wrong? Can I help?" Because when Elijah heard the gentle whisper, he pulled his cloak over his face and he went out and he stood at the mouth of the cave. And God says, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Elijah?" The same question is for you today. What are you doing here?